Is it too late to post this video or even film it? I don't know. Probably. Are we doing it anyway? Most definitely. Hey guys, it's Courtney from HowCourtneySeesIt, and I'm here to do my least favorite books of 2019. So I feel like this needs no explanation, but these were my least favorite books of 2019 that I read. And the list is relatively short because I did not read that many books in 2019. I definitely didn't hit my goal, which was like 30, I think. And I definitely did not get to that. So we are going to talk about them. Okay, so I feel like I was going to try to do this in like least favorite to favorite order, but that doesn't really work with like books that you hate. So we're going to start from the beginning. All right, so I did read both of Rachel Hollis's books, which I have a hard copy of right here. Girl Wash Your Face and Girl Stop Apologizing. I read both of these, and then I also listened to them both on Audible. Because actually I like listening better than reading these because the energy is just more palpable. I don't know how to say words today. But these are both, I don't even know how to describe. I was very briefly involved in a multi-level marketing platform where you like are selling and the person above you is like your sponsor, and like whatever you sell they get a part of, and like vice versa for anybody below you, and it's like a very triangle shape. It was not a thing that was good for me. Anyway, moving on. So those were right down there at the bottom. Another one that I wasn't a huge fan of was The Girl's Guide to Hunting and Fishing by Melissa Bank. I actually have a review for this on my blog that you guys can check out. So I won't like go too deep into it, but basically I thought it sounded like it was going to be this really empowering, like, you go girl kind of book, and it was basically like a story about this girl who dates all these shitty guys and then ends up alone and sad. And I was just like, what? It didn't make any sense. And it was super hard to read, and it jumped around perspectives too much, like years in between, and I was not a fan. The next book I feel is also a little random, but Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I have a review for this also, but I was not a fan of this book. I just couldn't get into it. Maybe it would have been better if I had listened to the audiobook instead of trying to read it, because I'm also sorry, I'm like looking at my Goodreads list, that's why my phone is out. But I just feel like, I don't know. I read a lot of reviews on Goodreads that were like, it's the Asian version of Gossip Girl, and I was like, is that real? And also, is that offensive? Like, I feel like it is, but I don't know. Anyway, I did really like that the author made like a lot of footnotes and like explained stuff a lot more about like cultural things, and like translated like words and everything for the readers, which was great. What was another one that I didn't like? Oh my god, I also have this one in front of me, which is by Sarah J. Maas. It's The Court of Frost and Starlight, and I did rant about this in my reading wrap-up. And basically, see how in the back there is that little section that's another color right here? Oh no, I guess you can't on the camera. But there's a little section that has a different pattern on the side, and that is another book. And it's a sneak peek for another book. And just in case you're wondering, no, it's not a Throne of Crescent City or the Crescent City or whatever. The new book that she's got coming out, that is not this. And I am pissed, because that's what I want. I want that sneak peek to be a book, because it's so much better. The 20 pages of sneak peek is better than this entire 145-page book, or however many pages it is. I don't know, it's like 200 pages. And it's 200 pages of garbage. I'm very upset about this book. Don't judge me. I just did not enjoy. What else did I read in December? Or in general? Ooh, so I read The Hating Game. I also did not enjoy this book very much. I loved the beginning. I think I gave it a 3-star because I was super, super, super invested. And then all of a sudden I was just like, I don't give a shit anymore. There was not a care to be given at all. Once they got together, I was like, and it's over. It's all over. The other ones that I feel like really were not favorites for 2019, basically number 2, number 3, and number 4 I read in 2020. But number 2 and number 3 of the Maximum Ride series, so School's Out Forever and Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports, chaos. They were just dumb. The world is ending, nuclear war, you have to save the world. She hears a voice in her head. All of a sudden she's obsessed with her brother. I mean, they're not like genetically related, but it's weird that like for the first full book, it was like, oh, he's my brother. I think of him as a brother. He's my brother. And then in the second and third books and fourth books, she's like, oh my God, like Thing is so cute. Like, what if I kissed him? What would it be like? And I was like, excuse me? Even though I kind of ship it, I'm not gonna lie, but because he's angsty and I'm like all about that, but it's just like a weird transition. Weird. Also, the last one, I kind of went in chronological order when I read these because that is how Goodreads is set up. But Christmas in Love by Samantha Chase. This book was fine. That's all. The only descriptive you need. It was a adult romance that had almost no romance. Like, I just like stopped caring about the characters. The only character I really cared about was the dog, and that seems like it shouldn't be a thing in a book. And yeah, so that's all. So those are all of the books that I did not enjoy for 2019. None of these were probably more than like a 3-star read, just because I did not care. I didn't care about any of them. Honestly, this one just upset me more than any of them, and I'm still kind of reeling from this book. Like, I did pre-order Sarah J. Maas's new book that's coming out on March 3rd, but I'm still upset. Like, I'm still gonna support her or whatever, but like, I'm upset. I feel like she should know this, but I already tweeted her about it, so don't worry. She knows. Because my one tweet out of the million she gets. She definitely saw that. There's more champagne in my mimosa than orange juice. Don't judge me. It's 5:30 at night. Alright, so that is everything for all of the books that disappointed me in 2019. I already have a list going for the disappointing reads of 2020, so depending on how many there are, I might have to do a part 1 and a part 2 next year. So I might do one like midway through the year and then another at the end of the year next year, but I've already read more books this month in January than I had read in like 6 months of 2019. So, yes. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you want to hang out with me anymore, you can also hit the subscribe button down below or check out all my social media links, which are in the description box. I am fairly active on Twitter and Instagram, being sassy and annoying on all platforms. It is my brand. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't, definitely let me know a disappointing book in the comments for you, either from 2019 or if you've already read a disappointing one for 2020. Let me know in the comments and I will avoid reading that one. Thank you guys, like I said, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.